better believe it. Shout at Def Jam, we the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Big shout out to my man Drake is in the house. Fabulous is in the house. This little brotherly love. My biggest brother with all the boss, Ricky Ross, is in the house. Ricky Ross, report to the grass. DJ Khaled, he's the best. He's in the house. Tiana Taylor is in the house. My brother Chris Brown, I'm gonna stick with him through thick and thin. Chris Brown is in the house. You know what I'm saying? The something ain't right, so I know Chris Brown is in the house. Big shout to my son Quincy, my son Christian, my son Justin.
50 Cent just flipped the entire industry on its head by dropping a list of every single celebrity tangled up in Diddy's twisted mess. And when I say he exposed everyone, I mean it. He didn't hold back. Some of these celebs were victims, but others, they were helping Diddy cover up his crimes, sourcing minors, attending those infamous freak-offs. It's getting darker by the second. And let's not forget, this beef between 50 and Diddy, it's been brewing for years. Ever since that awkward moment when Diddy allegedly tried to take 50 out on a shopping date. Yup, shopping. We all know what that means. 50 wasn't having it. But Meek Mill? Oh, honey, he said yes. Next thing we know, they're showing up to parties in matching outfits, looking cozy and hugging like it's prom night. Rumors exploded. Were they dating? Nobody could tell what was real anymore.
When he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, now Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. This is really stop it. You set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think is happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on.
Wow.
Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, man. I take you shopping and I get you some flash and you could give me the hood. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm going to mess up the way. Certain things, they let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet. He was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said you're a hater.
Yeah.
They said
you're
you're crazy.
You do this, yeah. And now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.
You and Puff haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
But that's why it's only business. It was really away from that. I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. When I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, nah, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there. Yeah. Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
You see it.
Nah, you see.
Behind the glitz and glam, Diddy's pattern of behavior with minors and vulnerable artists has been going on since the 90s. Everyone knew, no one cared. But 50, he was watching, waiting, collecting receipt, and now, with a Netflix docuseries in the works, he's ready to unleash it all. This wasn't sudden, this was strategic. Decades of secrets about to crash down on Diddy's empire.
Docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way he would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it, just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
You have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
I
know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go into the 90s, and Keefy D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries, they went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system or a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way.
And trust me, Diddy's not going down alone. His whole clique is being dragged with him. Usher, already named in court for assault charges. And 50's got his eye on Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yes, them. The whispers in courtrooms are now screams. What once sounded like wild conspiracies are now testified truths. Sources claim J-Bay and Diddy acted like a secret society, burying scandals, blackballing enemies, and crafting a fake perfect empire. Word is, even their marriage was just a brand deal built on shared secrets.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He has like 20 now. He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. After that, he got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures with him like things the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
His career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they...
And remember all those whispers about Hollywood's dark side? They're all real. Back in 2018, Diddy's alleged sex slate Jonathan Audi spilled everything. He said Cassie was being pimped out by Diddy, freak-off parties were real, and he even named names. But no one listened. They called him crazy. Now, Cassie has confirmed it. She said Jonathan was one of the escorts Diddy paid to sleep with her. Not just gossip, it's evidence.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Is a who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter. Okay. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Now here's where things get even messier. Kanye West, yes, Kanye, showed up at Diddy's trial in full support. A call between him and Diddy got leaked where Kanye promised to do everything he could to help. And 50 Cent? He went off. He slammed Kanye on Instagram, calling him out for backing an alleged abuser. But the twist? Kanye himself is under investigation. So is he really helping Diddy or just trying to save himself?
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has made a surprise appearance at Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial on Friday.
Why'd you show up today? Is he about to testify?
He expressed support for his fellow rapper as he defends against sex trafficking charges.
Bring your head today, Mr. West. Did you speak?
I hear you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And have some fucking fun. I had no fun, and they get behind the mic, have some fun, chop up them samples, get back on your headband, vibe, have some fun, get back to smiling. These other motherfuckers, they wasting your time, big. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye is supporting Diddy because he's literally scared that he's about to be charged just like Diddy. We're all pretty sure that Kanye is probably the celebrity that Jane talked about having a freak off in that hotel who the feds didn't want to name on the public record. And this part of not having Kanye named did pique my interest a little bit because we've seen plenty of celebrities' names throughout this trial, whether they were connected to Diddy or not. Like Diddy's former assistant Mia naming that she used to work for Mike Myers. Like Michael B. Jordan's name coming up in Cassie's testimony. Really started to pique my interest. Why wouldn't the feds want to name Kanye? Like, what's the big deal? We've seen other celebrities named throughout this. And then it all just came together for me. I think that Kanye might be facing his own criminal charges really soon, and I think he knows it. And it all begins with the lawsuit filed against Kanye by his former assistant, Lauren Pescata. Because throughout this lawsuit, she is alleging very damning allegations like trafficking, like transportation to engage in prostitution. And mind you, this is exactly how the investigation into Diddy started with Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, where she alleged.
While Kanye is jumping in headfirst to support Diddy, others are running the other way. Take Will Smith. During a comedy gig in San Diego, he joked about the whole freak-off scandal, saying, "I haven't been anywhere near those damn freak-offs. I don't even like baby oil." It was hilarious, but also his way of desperately distancing himself after being named as one of Diddy's close associates. The timing? Suspicious.
The world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I say, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because
It's like people, it's so many things, people say so much stuff, but you know, that one, it was, your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
But here's the sad part. Not everyone involved was a co-conspirator. Some were just kids. Rumors about Justin, yes, that Justin, being around Diddy when he was just 13 have floated for years. And let's not forget that creepy moment when Diddy threatened him on live TV. Now Justin's finally talking, trying to heal, trying to escape that nightmare chapter. But you can still see the trauma in his eyes. This wasn't just bad PR, it was a stolen childhood.
Justin Bieber breaking his silence on the ordeal after months of speculation over their one-time relationship. His rep telling ET, although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve. Bieber's questionable connection to Diddy piquing interest online as the rap mogul's indictment for sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which he denies, made headlines. Old clips of the two hanging out while Justin was underage resurfacing.
Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
Man after my heart, that's what I'm talking about. We hit him like this, so me and you walking, we hanging out, you know, a little later on the night after the Usher concert.
There's also this old Jimmy Kimmel Live segment, adding to fan fears about what might have gone down with Diddy.
Got me a Lamborghini. It's,
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Some things, everything ain't for everybody.
This all comes as Bieber's followers are worried for him. The singer's erratic social media posts causing concern week after week. The Beliebers asking if what he's seen behind the scenes.
So why was 50 Cent the only one brave enough to spill all this tea? Because he's clean. That's why. He never went to those parties, never joined Diddy's twisted games. He kept his distance for a reason. While everyone else laughed, partied, and stayed quiet, 50 kept his eyes wide open. Now, he's exposing everything.
Worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way. Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up.
I don't got that in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
like, not that it's real
no,
enough.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better, for her to remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drink. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work? Did it work?
What the fuck? This is, yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. Like, doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, you said it's the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for
to
people to feel like you would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip hop culture could think that everybody in hip hop culture is with that. It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. They looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation.
Right.
A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like you fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
For with brands, and they was ahead of me.
Right.
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that. And then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people connected to it. So, yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of foul shit. Behind the scenes, he would do some violence.
And the fallout? Oh, it's just getting started. Names are dropping like flies. Everyone who ever showed up at Diddy's parties is scared they're on tape, scared the victims will name them. That's why two of Diddy's best celeb pals, Ellen DeGeneres and Ashton Kutcher, moved out of the country, packed up and ran before their names popped up in headlines. What are they running from? That's the real question.
And Michael B. Jordan, Kanye West, and more celebrities were name-dropped at Sean Diddy Combs' trial. As jury selection in the mogul's sex trafficking trial got underway May 5th in New York, NBC News reports prospective jurors were shown a list of more than 100 names of people and places that may be referenced during the trial, including actors Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and rapper Kanye West. While the aforementioned celebrities are not implicated in the case, the potential jurors were asked whether they knew any of the names listed and whether it would impact their ability to be impartial, per the outlet. Attorneys did not share an explanation for the list. The names of women who have taken legal action against Combs were also on the list, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, whose November 2023 sexual abuse lawsuit against the rapper was settled one day after it was filed. Danity Kane alum Dawn Richard, who accused Combs of sexual assault in a lawsuit filed in September, was also listed. Combs has denied any wrong.
And y'all, this next part is chilling. One of the male escorts, only known as the Punisher, took the stand last week. What he described left the courtroom silent. He said he had 8 to 12 encounters with Cassie while Diddy watched from the shadows, directing everything like some twisted horror film. He controlled everything. Told him exactly what to do to Cassie. Cassie didn't cry. She sighed in discomfort. That was her only escape. But Diddy, he fed off it. Every degrading act was a power play. Cassie was just a puppet in his sick show. Now here's the kicker. Diddy's trying to buy his way out. He's planted a fake juror. Bribed him. Juror number 6 has been exposed for lying about his identity. Classic Diddy move. He knows he can't win with evidence stacked against him, but he thinks if he spends enough, he can twist the courtroom, corrupt the justice system, escape accountability. Now, Diddy's legal team is pushing for a mistrial, using that fake juror as their excuse. It's desperate. It's dirty. But we all knew this was coming. Diddy's been gaming the system for decades. If he can't beat the evidence, he'll try to break the whole court instead. But here's the truth. This trial, it's far from over.